Okay, so we all know Conor as the most entertaining UFC fighter probably to ever live.
I run New York City! I'm a fucking pimp! Rockin' Gucci mink! And without me, this whole fucking ship sink!
And if you're a UFC fan, you know that 145 cut looked brutal.
I threw me shorts, I threw me top, I threw me hat. One more throw and it was me jocks coming off, you know what I mean?
So today, I'm going to go into how did Conor McGregor actually make 145 pounds. Conor McGregor walked into fight week at 170 pounds, but had to step on the scale at 145. That's not a weight cut, that's a magic trick. His own coach said it was extreme, done under medical supervision, and that he'd never go back down to 145. So how did he actually do it? Here's what it actually takes to cut 27 pounds on fight week, and why Conor McGregor could never do it again. So to put it into perspective for you guys, I've written 5 ways you can look at it from the outside looking in. So 12 kilos of water bottles. Imagine filling a backpack with 12 kilos of water bottles. That's what he was carrying around essentially before he had to lose before weigh-ins. Then obviously he had to rehydrate it all back before he walked into the cage. He had roughly 7 days to lose 27 pounds, which is around 4 pounds a day. For reference, most dietitians recommend 1 pound a day for healthy fat loss. Conor was fighting at 145, but he was walking into the cage at about 170. He was one of the biggest guys in featherweight. He just had to pretend that he was one of the smallest to make weight. His own coach said he will never do it again. The weigh-in photos tell the whole story. Sunken eyes, hollow cheeks, grey skin. John Kavanagh said himself it was extreme, and that Conor McGregor would never go back down to that weight class. That's essentially how bad it really was. The question nobody could actually answer: he stepped on the scales looking like a skeleton at 145. 36 hours later, he'd walk into the cage close to 170 pounds, rehydrating an entire small child's worth of water weight overnight. Exactly how he did it that fast has never fully been answered. So I've added some photos so you can get a glimpse if you haven't seen it, but you've probably already seen it, let's be honest. This guy does not look healthy at all. He almost looks like he's dying, which in a way he kind of was. You can tell the draft difference between 145 and 155. 145, he looks like he's dying. 155, he looks reasonable. He looks pretty healthy, right? So these photos alone should show you how extreme the cut to 145 really was for him. So I've broken it down into 6 pretty simple steps on how he does it. So how does he do it? So his walk around weight around 170, eating freely, no restrictions. Start of camp, high protein, clean diet. Training camp ramps up. 2 weeks out, carbs cut, calories drop, glycogen starts to deplete. Final 72 hours, sauna, sweatsuit, fluid restriction. Weigh in at 145. Sunken eyes, hollow cheeks, grey skin, severely drained and dehydrated. To fight night. Foods, fluids, electrolytes, IV rehydration, pre-ban, where he would bounce back up to 170 pounds, fighting in a 145 division. So the total cut is 27 pounds, but obviously this step by step is not entirely accurate, as apparently, he was losing 27 pounds on fight week. Walked into the cage 25 pounds heavier, put Aldo unconscious in 13 seconds. Now, while we're on this subject, if you want a full diet strategy implemented into your fight camp or just for training in general, there's a free link in the description where you can book a consultation call. I had to put these photos in because I thought it was pretty cool. Obviously, Conor at 145, 155 and 170. Now, obviously, 145 was too much. 155, personally, I think was perfect. And 170, he's pretty much just fighting at his natural weight. So 155, I think, was his prime weight class, even knowing the record tells a different story. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video. Comment below which weight class you think was his perfect suit. Alright, peace.